Hey, welcome back to Mrs. B Reads. We are working on The Canyon's Edge by Dusty Bowling, and we are on page 262, Rewriting. It's amazing what can happen to a first draft when you rewrite it. How characters can change, how much they can grow, the incredible things they can accomplish. You can't judge a story, dream, poem, nightmare by the first draft. And if you're able to find the strength, you can completely rewrite it. Freedom. I sprint as fast as my weak, envenomated, dehydrated, exhausted body can carry me. I run from hopelessness toward hope. I run from shame toward acceptance. I run from hate toward love. I run from anger toward peace. I run from the beast toward freedom. But he's chasing me now, not fast enough. I see his malformed shadow moving closer, not strong enough. He is right behind me, not brave enough. I feel desolation's putrid breath on my sunburned neck, not powerful enough. Decay's rotting, pale, bony fingers dig into my arm, not enough. Despair will take me before I can make it. No, that is a lie, and he is the liar. I am fast enough. I pick up speed as I near the canyon's edge. I am faster than the beast. He releases his grip on my arm. I am stronger than the beast. He pants from weakness. I am braver than the beast. He whimpers from fear. I am more powerful than the beast. The blur of brown legs, the legs of the person who saves me in my rewritten nightmare, are mine, covered in dried blood and mud, no matter where I land. Wait too long and I will fly into the canyon instead of over it, no matter where I land. Jump too soon and I will never make the distance, no matter where I land. I am leaving the beast on this side of the canyon forever. Growth. Self-efficacy. Believe that I can succeed. Post-traumatic growth. Flying. I fly across the divide that separates Dad and me, across space and time, across the universe, over the ruins of my crumbled wall, out of the past and into the future. Blackbird. My mother called me Blackbird. She said, because you're waiting for that moment when you finally believe in yourself, that's when you'll arise. That's when you'll fly. Even now she's here lifting me up. Her love, her belief, her courage, her beauty gives me flight, carries me on the desert wind to the other side of healing. Landing. I land on the other side of the canyon. I roll over and over. My right knee strikes a rock and explodes in pain. I am finally still. I am on the other side of the canyon. I am alive. My knees shattered, my skin tattered, my head throbbing, rocks and thorns embedded in my flesh, my chest constricted, but I am alive. Oh, she made it. I don't think I breathed that whole time. Defeated. Lying on my side in the hot, rocky dirt, my head resting on one outstretched arm, I gaze across the canyon at the beast. He is nothing but a white mirage, pacing angrily along the ledge, looking for a way across the divide. But I've created a boundary he can't cross. My boundary is not a leaky wall made of shame and anger and guilt and fear and hate. My boundary is a canyon. Strength. I sit up, begin to bend my legs to stand, and a knife stabs deep into my knee. I let out a silent scream as the pain shoots from my right knee into the rest of my leg. Trying to put pressure on only my left leg to stand, my whole body wobbles, falls back to the ground, more stabbing pain in my knee. And so I push myself on my butt, backwards with my left leg, the hot, rocky dirt torture against my sore, thorn-filled hands, dragging my right leg, every movement a piercing pain. I pull myself to the edge. I no longer have the anger to fuel me, so I draw strength from love as I prepare for all the pain. Lying on my stomach, I draw strength from Danielle. Danielle, who taught me how to bake snickerdoodles, to braid a fishtail, to dive. Danielle, who loved me even when I was full of hate. Danielle, who I hope still loves me and will let me back in. Lowering my legs over the edge, I draw strength from Mom. Mom, who loved writing and inspired me to write. Mom, who will always be with me in my head, in my heart, in my poems. Mom, who pushed me to safety at Cafe Ardiente. Mom, who even as the bullets tore her apart, told me she loved me. Gripping the edge of the canyon, I draw strength from Dad. Dad, who taught me to climb walls of stone. More skin tears away from my ruined hands. Dad, who taught me to pull food and water from mud, from mesquite beans, from prickly pear fruit. I look down, attempt to pinpoint a landing place. I don't want to land on him, but there's so little room on that ledge for both of us. Dad, who pushed me to safety in the canyon. This will be my last time going into the canyon, and I know I won't make it back out without help. Dad, who even as the floodwaters tore him apart, told me he loved me. Together. My leg hits Dad's legs first. My ankle twists. As I lose my footing, I stumble, fall on top of him, then roll onto the small sliver of rocky ledge, barely large enough to hold me, grasping his backpack, frantic not to slip off the side, the pain in my knee so intense, I lay my head on Dad and black out. Pulse. I come to, leg throbbing with more pain than I knew possible. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see what's become of my knee. I grasp Dad's tattered, shredded clothes and pull myself up to his face. I hold a finger under his dirt-clogged nose, but I can't feel anything on my ragged skin. Dropping my head, I press my forehead against his. I found you, and I listen. I'm here, and I search, barely able to keep my eyes open. And then I see a pulsing in his temple. A slow pulse, barely there pulse, a nearly finished pulse. Am I imagining it? No. I push myself up and look at my father. Alive. Hope. I open Dad's backpack and scramble through the supplies. Finding the canteen, I open it with shaking fingers and greedily guzzle, gulp, choke myself on the warm water. I have to force myself to leave some for Dad. I pour careful drops on his mouth, but they glide right over, pool on the ledge under his face, and he doesn't wake up. I push the canteen aside and continue searching through the backpack. I find the lighter, but I can't use it. There's nothing to light here on this ledge, except a few small twigs, and the uprooted dead tree is too far away. I pull out what I really need. I don't want to use it, but it's all I have left. I don't want to use it, but I've reached my end. I don't want to use it, but this thing does not control me. I know the risks if I do this. I know the risks if I don't do this. I lie back and stare at the sky, now shrouded in gray clouds. I debate what I've already decided, but it's a losing argument. What do you think she's decided to do? There is only one thing that will draw them quickly, one thing everyone fears in the desert. The plains are above the cloud cover they won't see, and even if there weren't gray clouds, I doubt they would see anyway. What would it give us? A small chance? A short moment? I have to give us a bigger chance, a longer moment. It could rain soon. I am out of time in every way. They'll be watching. They'll be on high alert because of all the lightning. I hope it won't spread, that the wind won't carry an ember up out of the canyon. I hope they see. I hope they come. I hope they understand. I hope they forgive. But the most important thing is that I hope. And because I hope, I roll onto my stomach on the sliver of ledge, my knees screaming at me, and stretch out my arms. I hold the flare gun in both hands and point it into the canyon. I pull back on the hammer, but it won't budge. And I worry that I don't have enough strength left in even one finger to do what I need to do. I stare at the gun until I figure out how to turn the safety off. I pull back on the hammer again and it clicks into place. I hold the gun once more in both hands, arms outstretched, pointed at the dead, uprooted tree. My finger trembles as I squeeze and press and pull the trigger. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.